Hello, can you guys hear me? Good morning. How you guys doing? Good, good. Good to get out of class for a little while, right? No. Well, we're really glad you're here. I'm Jamie. I work at Baxter Health, so I work at the hospital here locally in our behavioral health units. So we help people that are having mental health crisis, and they stay with us for a while. Since we do not have any specific programs at the hospital for youth when it comes to mental health, we really wanted to try to find a way to help you guys, not just individually, but also so you can look out for your peers, maybe be able to better identify if someone's struggling, kind of know what to say. I know that there's been a lot of loss in our community of students and otherwise, and so again, I just wanted to kind of be here to represent Baxter Health to let you guys know that we have noticed that, and we really are concerned for you guys, and we really care, and we really want to just do anything we can to be a support. So having said that, we were really, really happy to connect with Keonti. She's with the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and so she has come here today to share some information with you guys. If anything that we talk about is difficult for you, maybe there'll be some sensitive topics and you feel like you're struggling, you might need a little extra support. There is extra support available today in the counseling center, okay? Counseling center, so if you need to talk to someone during or after or anytime, please feel free to reach out. And with that, I'll pass it to Keonti. Thanks for coming.
I think I got my, oh. Stop it, you're gonna make me blush. Y'all, I just have to start off and tell y'all I feel real fancy because I use my hands. And Matt referenced Britney Spears. I don't know if y'all know who that is, but I feel real Britney Spears is up here with my handy dandy mic, right? Anyways, so yes, my name is Keonti Traylor. I am the programs manager for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So I cover the entire state of Arkansas. I was telling Matt and Jamie earlier, in the past month or so, I've been in 10 different states. I've been across the state. I was somewhere last week. I'm here with you guys today. Next week, I'll be in Little Rock for the week. After that, I'm in Texarkana. I'm all over the place. So this is what I do, suicide prevention. It is very close and dear to me. It has affected my family 2 years ago. I lost my 13-year-old nephew to suicide. So I get it. I understand. But I'm here to give you guys the information that you need, like Jamie said, the way you can identify with your peers, how to talk to it if they're struggling with anything, just any type of mental health challenge that you may have or that your friend may have. It might get a little sensitive in this, but it's really just more about mental health. If you do have to step out, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a counselor, whether you're a student, if you do have to walk out for any reason, I do ask that you give me the thumbs up so I know that you're okay, because I will send Jamie or Matt or a counselor. I have ran after people and I can run. Believe it or not, I'll kick these slides off and I will come and get you, okay? So just let me know that you're okay. If you have any questions, as long as you don't bombard me all at one time with questions, I don't mind you raising your hand in the middle of this. If you're watching virtually, if one of your students has a question, please give it to one of the counselors, give it to Jamie, give it to Matt, so I can get them answered for you as well. If not, if it makes it easier, you can wait to the end, pull me to the side if you're not comfortable asking in front of everybody, and I can talk to you afterwards too. That's perfectly fine. Before I begin, are there any questions? Anybody need anything? We're all good? Can I get a hand nod? Flap your arms, all the things. All right, cool beans. All right, so first and foremost, this is in its routine in mental health for high school students. If you're in 8th grade, you're almost to high school, we're just bumping you up a little bit, that's fine. So I am happy that you guys were able to come out and be able to see this presentation because it is something that's needed in every community. Again, if you need to step out, give me the thumbs up. That's the big thing for me. So today we're going to learn about what is mental health. I won't read through all of this. You guys can see behind me the signs and symptoms of deteriorating mental health, how to start a conversation about mental health, how to reach out for help, available resources, and the importance of self-care. I am big on self-care, y'all. I love getting my nails done, let me tell you. But like she's talked about resources, there's a table out there. I'll have plenty more resources for you guys to have. I know you guys ran out of, I think, the lanyards and the little rubber band bracelets. I promise, I will send more if you do not get 1 or 5 or however many it is that you got. I will send more. No. All right, so what is mental health? How we define mental health can be different for everyone, right? Since it's a bunch of you, I might pick on someone, or you can raise your hand. Can I get somebody, just a couple of you, to tell me what do you think mental health is? Anybody brave enough to raise their hand and shout something out, what you think mental health is? Nobody? Oh, there we go. I got one. Let's go. Might have to give you something after this. Let's go. What do you think mental health is? State of your mind? Good. I like that. Anybody else? Oh, there we go. I got 2 over here. Go ahead. What do you think it is? The way, yeah? Yeah, that's true. Yeah. What about you? How you're feeling? It is. And all of those are correct. Those all play into your mental health, right? How you feel, how you think, what you're doing, right? So your mental health, that's your physical, your mental, right? So it's a bunch of different things that play into how your mental health works. So what is mental health? Like you guys said, like your physical health, we all have mental health. So mental health does include your emotional, your psychological, and your social well-being. It's part of being a human being, right? It's something we all feel. We all have those emotions, whether they're happy emotions or whether they're sad emotions. Sometimes we're all on a roller coaster. I have 3 boys, y'all, believe it or not. My oldest son is 19 and in the Air Force, and we be on a roller coaster ride. I'd be like, I just want to get off, right? Then I have an 18-year-old who just left and went to college. I am crying in the inside. You guys have no idea, right? So believe it or not, I do have 2 grown kids. Makes me sick to even think about it. And then I have a 7-year-old. And that boy is all over the place. He don't know if he's happy. He don't know if he's sad. His race car ran away. The dog ate his truck. It's all over the place, right? So even all those different ages, we have all these emotions, right? And I know being in high school, I was in high school, it was a little time ago, but I get it, right? We have all those emotions, all those thoughts that we don't know what to do with sometimes, or even reach out to somebody. We can be scared or don't want to talk to our parents, our teachers, our counselors, right? Or even our friends sometimes, right? I give the example of, excuse me, and my best friend. We have been friends. Literally, we've known each other since we were 2. We've been best friends for 37 years. Kind of telling my age, don't do the math, right? So my best friend can call me right now and she can say, hey, and I'm like, what's wrong? Or she can call me and be like, hey, and I'm like, oh, we're happy today. Hey, girl, right? So if you've been friends with someone a long time, or even your parents or whoever it may be, sometimes you can look at a person and she walks in and she's like, hey, Keontae, and I'm like, oh, man, what's wrong? Or she may walk in and she's like, hey, and I'm like, oh, hey, girl, how you doing today? We're going for coffee. I'm a Starbucks girl. 7 Brews, all right, but I'm a Starbucks girl. Let's go for Starbucks, right? So you can tell in someone's mood, whether they're happy, whether they're sad, or she might walk in and slam a door. My boys, I'm like, oh, what's the matter? What happened? So you can tell, majority of the time, how someone's feeling by their actions, their behavior, or even how they talk, right? Their tone of voice, their body language. If I came in here and I'm presenting to you guys and I was standing here and I'm like, yeah, I'll talk about some mental health today. I don't know how y'all feeling. Y'all good? Y'all be like, she is lame. She is boring. Why did y'all bring this lady here? Like, no entertainment at all. I'm an entertainer. I can dance, right? No, I'm just kidding. But you don't want a boring person, right, up here presenting. But I say all that to say you have to pay attention to the way a person is talking. You have to look at their body language. You have to listen to their tone of voice, right? If I have a person that's real happy up here all the time and they come in and they're like, oh, I kind of want to pay attention to that. Or if we have somebody that's real quiet all the time and they come in the room and they're like, hey, that's a sign too, right? So it's a roller coaster. I may be happy all the time and now I'm sad. So you just want to look for little things like that. And we're going to get more in detail about how someone talks, about their behavior, about their moods. So we're going to get more in detail about that. So just what it is, the importance of it, and what it isn't, just knowing the signs, the weaknesses. A lot of people are ashamed, right, to have these emotions or these feelings, so they try to hide it. So a lot of this is going to be able to help you guys be able to identify, like, hey, I can see that you're not feeling well today, or that you're not yourself today. I see you. I hear you. I tell people, especially in high school, we all have, or we've seen someone in school that's always by themselves, sits by themselves at lunch, never talks to anybody. You have no idea the difference that it makes to walk up to, I'm picking on you because you're right in front of me, to walk up to say, hey, how are you doing today? Or even just to say hi to somebody, the difference that it makes. I had a friend in school, always sat by herself, never really talked to somebody, walked down the hallway with her head. I'm as outgoing as they come. I'm pretty sure y'all can tell I am a comedian. I probably should be on a stand-up comedy show. I don't know. In my mind, I think I'm super funny, right? But me just walking up to her one random day in school, I was busy, I was in sports, I did cheerleading, I was a captain, I did gymnastics, I did all the things, I played softball. I still play softball year round, right? But just in high school, seeing her by herself, me just walking up and being like, hey, how's your day going? The look on her face changed her whole day. I don't know what she was feeling before that. I don't know if she was sad. She could have been happy. She could have been looked at me and been like, girl, get away from me, I'm fine. But you can tell the difference when somebody just sees you, right? Just something as simple as a hi. And sometimes that's what a lot of people need. I don't know if you're sad. I don't know if you're happy. But me just saying hi to you can make a difference, right? And that's simple. It's hard being the cool kids in school, being the boring kids, being the nerdy kids, whatever the group may be, right? But you still have to give some other people like some of your attention, right? And again, it's something as simple as being like, hi. Hey, how are you? You want to sit with us? You want to come watch the game? They may not like sports, but they might come just because they see that somebody has noticed that they're going through something, right? All right, so there are many factors, right, that play into mental health. So just like your cardiac health involves your heart, mental health involves your brain, which is someone over here said, how your brain works, right? So it shows up in your thoughts, your feelings, and your perception, but it also directly affects your physical things and your energy level, motivation, sleep, even body aches and pain. I was telling the young ladies out in the hallway, even though I travel a lot, I'm a mom of 3 boys, I am also in school. I was up till 1 o'clock this morning working project, y'all. Oh, I'm sleepy. But I got my Starbucks, so I'm okay now, right? But listen, you get tired. We get tired. School is hard. I've literally been in school since I was 5. Since you could start school, it's how long I've been in school. Who wants another degree? Why me? I don't know, right? But you get tired. It gets tiring, and that's okay, right? It's okay to be tired. But when you're extremely tired all the time, or you used to play sports, you want to do things. Now, I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to go hang out with my friends, right? Those are some other signs to look for. So if we're just doing all these things and now your physical is starting to change, I'm starting to hurt, right? You might get hurt playing a sport or whatever it is you're doing. If you're like me, you're clumsy, walk outside and trip on the air type of thing, right? But when you're physical, you're just consistently tired. I'm always tired. I'm always angry. I'm always irritated. All these things are playing in, right? We need to pay attention to those things. But your physical health is part of your mental health as well, because if your mental health isn't good, then your physical health can't be good, right? So if I'm always angry, I'm always irritated, that does affect your physical health. It's like how they talked about your cardiac health, right? If I'm always sad, if I'm always depressed, that goes into my physical health. Now my blood pressure might be high, right? Now I might start having signs of a heart attack. It could be anything. But keeping your mental health stable and good is going to keep your physical health good, right? Because they work together. High blood pressure is another thing. Diabetes. So both nature and nurture are important for almost all aspects of our health. If you think about health issues like blood pressure or diabetes, they are the result of a person's genes, plus other life factors like stress and diet. Eating is important, right? What we eat, take into our body, right? Substances, anything that goes into our physical health. If you're using substances, that's going to affect your physical health, right? That in turn is going to affect your mental health. So we're going to make sure we're being healthy when it comes to those. So like most illnesses, there is a genetic component to mental health conditions, but genes are by means no means for destiny, Mental health is not simply a matter of choosing to feel well or of trying to have a positive attitude. Also, on the other hand, like physical health, there are things that we can do proactively to take care of our mental health. So this is just a couple of the things that you guys can see up here that affect factors that affect mental health, right? So some connection between physical health and mental health. So the truth is mental health and physical health overlap in more ways than you might expect. I won't read all of that. Can all of y'all see this clearly? Is that good? Is that showing up for everybody? Everybody on the stream can see this as well, I hope? Yeah? Okay. Probably should have asked that in the beginning. So if you look at this slide, and you might think items like dizziness could be a mental health symptom, right? So similarly, overwhelming stress could absolutely be a physical symptom. That's kind of the point. So even purely physical medical conditions like high blood pressure and infections are influenced by stress and the state of a person's mental health, and vice versa. Mental health is greatly impacted by physical health. So for example, being physically active is extremely beneficial for your mental health as well as your physical health. So that's how you see like all of this is connected, right? If I am healthy, 9 times out of 10, you're probably happy. Or I could be healthy and sad, but there's probably something else that's going on with that, right? I could be like the tip-top shape athlete, but I could be depressed. Or I could have some type of trauma that happened. I could be injured, right? I could be the star football player. I get injured. That would make you sad, right? I'm the star baseball player, the cheerleader, whatever it is, whatever sport. You could be the captain of the chess club, I don't know, but whatever it is, and you get hurt. Or something happens, you get sick. And now you're no longer able to do that thing that you love. I mean, I'm sad, right? I play softball year round. I broke my thumb the second game. Y'all, I was so sad. I was like, ugh. I got to coach though, so that was pretty cool. Right? But any little thing can happen. Just as something as simple as you getting a cold, you can't be around your teammates, right? We don't want our teammates to get sick. So even if something as simple as that can affect you. So this is just like a continuum of how it all works together. So it does live on this continuum from wellness to distress and how it all works together. So the more you pay attention to your feelings and thoughts, the more you'll start noticing patterns in your life. And you'll start seeing the difference in your friends. Like maybe before you never even thought about some of the things that we're going to talk about, right? But you'll become more aware of what to look for in your friends or even yourself. So just no one feels super all the time. I'm not always happy. I'm not always happy-go-lucky. I get sleepy. I get tired. I get hangry. Ooh, I'm mean when I'm hangry, y'all. And I love food. I'm a foodie. Give me all the food. Matt sent me a list of food restaurants that I'm going to try to go to 3 of them today, right? So our internal experiences, like our perceptions and how we view ourselves, affect not only how we feel, but how we behave, which in turn affects things going on in our life. So we only see each other from the outside, right? I can only see you guys' faces. I don't know what's going on in your mental, right? I don't know how your heart feels. I don't know if you're sad, if you're happy, if you're struggling with anything. So that's why we're going to talk about knowing the signs. So although everyone experiences mental health in different ways, research does show that people who may be struggling commonly exhibit one or more observable signs, either through what they say or what they do, which is what I mentioned earlier. So signs and symptoms of mental health problems are typically displayed in 3 main ways. What I mentioned earlier, how they talk, how they behave, and their mood. So we're going to go over these signs a little bit more in detail. So when you're hearing a person talk, right, they've gotten negative about their life. Oh, I don't want to do this. This is awful. I don't want to be here. Nobody likes me. Nobody loves me, right? They're trying to be negative. I'm not good at my favorite sport, right? They talk about feelings of hopelessness. I shouldn't be here anymore. Nobody cares, right? Things like that. So a person who is struggling may show signs of distress in what they say and how they say it, right? A person may also talk about feelings of hopelessness, feeling trapped, or being a burden to others, which is some of the examples that I just gave. They may even come out and say, you'll be better off without me around, or I wish I could go to sleep and not wake up. Sometimes people joke about feeling suicidal And it's important to take that seriously. Sometimes people may be putting it out there in person or on social media to see if you will notice and feel safer doing that as a joke. Always check in with your friends. I ask my friends now, right, how was your day? I was okay. No. How was your day? I don't care if you start at 6 o'clock in the morning and tell me what your day is. How was your day? Or you be like, how are you today? I'm okay. What is okay? How okay is your okay, right? I could say I'm okay right now, right? But you can see in my tone of voice, my demeanor, my posture, like, all right, Keonti is okay, like for real, she's okay, right? Or you'll have that person be like, I'm okay, I'm good, I'm all right. You can dig a little deeper, like, see your tone kind of change a little bit. Tell me what's going on. How are you feeling? What's going on? What are your thoughts? And it might be weird in the beginning, right? Trying to deep dive into these conversations with your friends. But it's okay to ask, because of what if you're the only person that asks and that person opens up to you, right? So don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to break that silence or that awkwardness between you guys, which is one of the things that one of the flyers out there, see the awkward, which we're going to talk about that as well. So just being aware. Their behavior, trying to harm themselves, they're taking more risks than usual, they're not acting like themselves, and they're more irritable than usual. I am a daredevil, y'all. I've been skydiving, I've been parasailing, I go ziplining or rock climbing. My best friend is like, you got it, I'll see you at the bottom, right? So for me, like on here when it says they're taking more risk, I'm a risky person. Oh, you want to go jump out of an airplane? Boom, let's go. I'm down. My best friend's like, you are out of your mind. You got it, right? But if my friend just woke up one day and was like, let's go. I'm like, girl, you better sit down. That's not your thing. Like, you're afraid of heights, which is crazy because I'm afraid of heights too, but I do all these things. So I'm like, let's go, right? But if you have somebody that you're doing things and it's like not their thing, like you just know, and now all of a sudden they're like, let's do all the things. That's different, right? So we need to pay attention to that. If they're harming themselves, whatever that may be, you ask, you could see, you know your friends, right? They're acting not acting like themselves. They're always irritated. Hey, how are you doing today? Oh, why are you asking me that? Just always irritated, always agitated, like something just always wrong. Be like, girl, you just had your favorite dinner. We just celebrated your birthday. Why are you mad, right? So it could be something like that you want to look for. So we're just talking about like risk, taking more risk. Could be physical actions, driving under the influence, taking substances, right? I hurt my knee, I need a Tylenol, I need an Aleve. I go to the doctor, I get prescribed this medication to help with the pain or whatever it may be, but I'm overusing them. So you want to pay attention to these like that. Their temper, just angry all the time, or they're sad all the time, or they're overly happy, like nothing happened for you to like be like, what's going on? So that's a thing too. I can be overly happy. I want you to be happy, of course, obviously. But if you're just one of those mellow people and it's like hold on, let's figure this out, what's going on? Or I'm just extremely sad all the time. So we're paying attention to those things with our friends, our parents, our counselors, our teachers, whoever it may be. Just paying attention to those signs. Their mood, their mind seems to be somewhere else. If I'm sitting here having a whole conversation with Miss Leach or Mr. Sutton, I keep saying their first name, y'all are probably like, who is she talking about? But I'm having a conversation, and you know, most time you're having a conversation with somebody, you have eye contact. My posture's up. I'm leaning forward because I'm listening to them, right? And we're having a conversation. I'm like, yeah, and yesterday I so-and-so, and I was doing this. And Jamie's like, yeah, that's cool. What'd you do today? I don't know. I'm just playing with my fingers. I'm like, no, I asked you, what were you doing? So we're not paying attention to the conversation. We're sitting down. We're slacking. We're leaned over. We don't care, right? So it's in conversation too in your tone. They don't feel like spending time with you anymore. We're not friends anymore. Like, wait, what? What'd I do? What happened? Or, hey, let's go to the movies. We plan to go out to the movies Friday. They're like, I don't want to go. Or y'all's things, we having a slumber party, a sleepover, I don't know what y'all do these days, I don't know, we go to the movies, we hang out in the parking lot, I don't know, right? But they just don't want to hang out anymore. They don't want to spend time with you anymore. Or whoever, maybe they're in their room all day long at the house, but they're changing their behavior, their mood, they're so anxious they can't relax, like they just always feel like something's going on. Somebody's always looking or bothering them. So those are different moods that we want to pay attention to as well. So starting the conversation about mental health, right? So now that we've talked about some of the warning signs that you can look for, let's look at some of the conversations that we're going to have. So we're going to watch a video. Caleb Williams, any of you know football people know who Caleb Williams is? Yeah. So we're going to watch a video about Caleb Williams, and he's going to talk about some of the struggles that he's had.
Quarterback Caleb Williams, he announced last week that he is making a move from Oklahoma to Nebraska in Southern California.
Videos, he's in a USC uniform, but finally it's official.
When the stadium lights are dimmed, when the cameras stop flashing, when the pads are off, the pressure sinks in and it's just me in a world of expectation. Nobody can carry that alone. I went to college on my first year and I actually was taking 11 classes or 10 classes, one or the other. I wasn't in the position that I wanted to be, which was actually on the field and playing because I didn't play the first half of the season. And so when that happened, it was probably one of the more tougher times in my life. And I was actually a meme last year on one occasion was good and one occasion was not so good. One occasion was Texas, and where we won, and then the other occasion was where we lost to Oklahoma State. And the sad moment, I kind of turned off social media, Twitter, Instagram, anything like that, and focus on, like I said, what I like to do, and then my support system, my team, my teammates, and then what I mean by my support system is my either close friends, really close friends, my family members, or my mentors that have been there and know me. Pressure doesn't have to be carried alone. What if we came together as a team? Embrace talking openly about our mental health.
If we reached out, checked in.
Seize the awkward.
Imagine what we could do.
I start the conversation about a friend's mental health by simply asking them, how are you doing? Whether that's a text, a phone call, or even in person. And if I get that canned, I'm good response, I sit there patiently, look them in the eye and say, bro or sis, like, how are you really doing? And typically they open up and allow me in their corner and I sit there and listen to them and affirm who they are in the circumstance, that no matter what's going on, no matter what's happening, they're gonna get through it.
I feel great being supported. It's almost like when you take a deep breath in and you're holding it and all these pressures just surround you. But then when you have a friend in your corner, you can take that exhale, that breath out and know that the weight's lifted off of your shoulders. So at the end of the day, I want to be there for someone else because I know what it's like to feel alone. So just know.
If you want to talk,
I'm here.
I'm here.
We're a team.
To learn more about getting the conversation started, visit seizetheawkward.org.
Ooh, there we go. Did they say anything that stood out to you guys? Some of the things in there that I had already shared with you. But just seeing like an athlete that goes through all the thing. 11 classes, 10 or 11 classes? I'm taking 2 at a time and I'm like, ooh, right? So just to being able to see somebody that you can relate to, right? That goes through some of the things that you all go through. I don't know why that's in there twice. So this is Remy Cruz on Trusting Your Gut about talking like...
Hi, I'm Remy Cruz. I have a very close personal friend in my life who has struggled for the past 4 years or so with extreme anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, and things like that. I kind of noticed something was different when they just kind of started acting a little bit strange, a little bit out of the ordinary. I didn't really think much of it because I didn't really think that anything was really happening. But there was one specific night where I remember I went over to their house and I noticed they had like dragged their mattress outside and were just like laying randomly, which is like not a normal thing to do. So I went outside and I sat with them. I just asked like, what's going on? Are you okay? What's happening? Like, this isn't normal. And that night was the night that they were actually like having extreme suicidal thoughts that night. I had no idea. I didn't know that they were feeling this way for so long, and they just kind of kept it bottled in. Asking them was definitely uncomfortable, especially because I didn't want to offend them in any way. I didn't want to make them feel like they weren't validated. That's a really big thing, I think. And it's an uncomfortable thing for sure, but it's something that needs to be done too. After I realized that there was something wrong, I talked to my friend's family, and I made sure that they knew what was going on too by turning to their family and sharing it with them and other people that they love. It just became this like community almost, like a loving, supporting community that just wanted the best for my friend and just to get them the help that they needed. My friend, to this day, is so incredibly thankful they got the help that they need. Now they go to therapy, they have their medication. I try my best to just keep up with them, make sure that they know that I love them and that I'm here for them if they want to talk to me about it, and I just want to know and I want to learn and just be there for them. My piece of advice, if you're in my shoes and you have people around you, start acting differently or just like a little bit off, I feel like just keep your eyes open, be very aware, because a lot of times they just kind of bottle it in and you can't really tell until you really like watch and you observe, and just make sure that the people that you do share it with are people that they trust and that love them and just want the best for them. That gut feeling that I had, it just kind of like, it was something you can't shake. I was just like, this weird thing where you're just like, it just like pushed me to go talk to them, and something that I just couldn't ignore. Honestly, if it weren't for that night, I really don't know what would have happened, so I just thank my lucky stars every single day that I was at the right place at the right time, and I said something.
So with that, Remy's basically talking about being able to confront her friend or like talk to her to say, hey, I see something's going on. And even once you talk to your friend, letting an adult know that something's going on, right? Because at this, in high school, there's not a lot we can do. We can check on our friend, make sure they're there. Well, we have to reach out to an adult, right, to let them know that something's going on. So don't be afraid to just have that conversation with your friend and be like, hey, I see you struggling with something. We need to get you some help, right? Again, it's something as simple as that hi or that how are you doing to reach out.
Hi.
Oh, I don't know, Remy's on there twice. So 5 ways to start a conversation like we talked about earlier. Something as simple as says, hey, we hadn't talked in a while, how are you doing? Whatever the conversation is or how you start it, the language is different, right? Nowadays, how you might start a conversation. Hey bro, you good? Hey sis, how's it going? Right? However you decide to start that conversation, but following up with, I see something's going on. I see you're struggling with something. You're not yourself lately. I hadn't heard from you. I hadn't seen you in a while. We hadn't hung out in forever. But just acknowledging whatever that change is. I see you've been sad a lot lately. You have not been acting like yourself lately. You've been outside a lot, right? Just doing things that you don't normally do. But acknowledging whatever that is, having that conversation with them, and they may or may not open up to you. And that's okay. Because sometimes we're not that person's person, right? You may have 3 best friends and you talk to one about one thing, one about another, one about another, right? It could be one of those situations that Miss Leach and I, we have the exact same information. We have the exact same brochures. You might receive it from me where you might not receive it from her, and vice versa, right? You might take all the advice that she gives and we said the exact same thing and not from me. Sometimes we're not that person's person. We have to know our boundaries too. If they're like, okay, hey, I've shared enough with you, that's enough, right? We can't make promises we can't keep. Oh, I promise I won't tell anybody. Sometimes we have to go tell an adult, right? Especially if that means saving a life, right? Letting them know you're worried about them. Letting them know you care. That's first and foremost. I care about you. I love you. I want to see you succeed, right? Whatever the things that they have going on. But a lot of the times it's just having somebody to listen to you. We're not listening to respond. Let the person talk, right? I care about you. I want to know what's going on. Let's figure this out, right? Now that you've told me, hey, let's get an adult involved. Who would you like that person to be, right? So during the conversation, going straight into this, we're listening without judgment. You can pour your heart out to me. I am not here to judge you. I don't care if you eat frogs. I don't care if you eat boogers. I don't care if you eat dirt. I don't care about any of that. I don't care if you're a straight A student. I don't care if you're failed. None of that matters. I care about you as a person, right? I want to know how you're feeling and how I can help you. All the other extracurricular things, they're thrown out the window. I'm glad that you're the quarterback and you're the starter. I'm glad that you're the captain of the squad. I'm glad that you're the whatever it is, right? That's great. All those things are phenomenal. But I need you to know that I care and that I'm here, right? So having that conversation, we're not listening to judge, asking them, how can I help? And they may not want help right then. I'm going to share this with you, but right now, I just need you to listen, right? Let them know you care, validating their feelings, listening with intention not to fix it. I can't fix it, right? But I may know somebody who can, or we can find somebody that can fix it. Keep in touch, right? I'll check on you tomorrow. If I tell you I'm going to check on you tomorrow, I'm going to check on you tomorrow. It could be as simple as, hey, we can follow up tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I'm going to follow up with you at 2 o'clock. I got 40 reminders in my phone. My calendar dings all the time, right? Because if I say that I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Because you might be the only person that follows up. It could be 10 of us in here that tells this gentleman right here, we're going to check on you tomorrow. 10 people might not check on him tomorrow, right? So you always want to follow up. We are not interrupting or speaking over them. They're talking, oh yeah, my feelings were hurt the other day when, oh, I'm so sorry. Let them finish. Let them finish what they're talking about. Tell them how, you don't tell them how they should feel. Well, you shouldn't be mad about that. You can't tell me what I should be mad about. I am mad that I scuffed my brand new shoes the other day and I am upset about it, right? If that is what they're mad about, let them be mad about it. Let them express themselves to you, right? Don't jump in with solutions. We're not there to fix it. We're there to listen. Don't pressure them to speak. If they're like, I don't want to talk about it right now, they don't want to talk about it right now. Just sit there in silence if you need to, but be there for that person. Don't be scared to speak about feelings. Let them know, I care. I am a crybaby. I'm the toughest crybaby you'll probably ever meet. I will cry at the drop of a dime, right? It might not mean I'm sad. I care, right? Showing empathy, right? Don't be too critical or blaming them. Well, it's your fault that happened. No, it's not. Everybody has their own feelings, right? I might not be upset about something, but that person may be upset about it. So just being able to understand, right? After the conversation, where do you go from there? Reinforce them getting help. Don't give up on having the conversation. Again, they may not want to talk about it right then. We can follow up with this tomorrow. We'll follow up with this later on today, whenever you're ready, right? But just them knowing that you're care and they have you. Keep the invitations going. If they're not hanging out with you like they normally do, hey, Friday we're going here. Saturday we're going here. I don't want all those people there. Well, you and I can just do something, but still just being there for that person. Handle their trust with care. Again, please don't tell anybody. That's fine. We can keep it here for now with you and I. But if you get to talking about some harming yourself or harming someone else, we're bringing somebody else in. And even letting them know, like, hey, we're only in the 10th grade. There's only so much I can do. We have to bring an adult in, right? Going outside, get outside help from a trusted adult, right? There are teachers here, there are counselors here, whoever it is that you find. It might be someone's mom, it might be someone's dad, uncle, cousin, brother, whatever. But you have to have a trusted adult, right? I think this is one of the last videos. This is about seizing the awkward, which talks about having that awkward conversation.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
Bro, you gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's a white people thing.
Escúchame, en esta casa los hombres no lloran.
You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it? Thanks for hearing me out, bro. Appreciate it.
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
So, it sounds easy, right? I'm just up here talking like, girl, you do this for a living. This is what you do. It sounds easy. What's the saying? It's easier said than done, right? And it's uncomfortable in real life. I've been doing this for a while, and I still get uncomfortable sometimes having the conversation, right? Anytime I ask somebody, how are you doing today? I'm like, right? Because I don't know what they're going to say back. So when you're asking, you have to be prepared for the answer, right? Maybe like, I'm okay. And like Remy mentioned earlier, you got to trust your gut. I can say, hey, how are you doing today? I'm okay. They're anxious, right? I'm okay. I'm mad, right? Trusting your gut. And listen to them, right? And it is awkward. It's uncomfortable. Because normally when we ask our friends are okay, we want them to say, yes, I'm okay. Yes, I'm fine. Nothing's wrong. But what do we do when they're like, I am not okay? I need help. I'm struggling with this. I'm struggling with that. So you have to be ready, per se, in those situations to be able to help your friend, especially if they're opening up to you and trusting you with that information. So what if, love the what ifs, right? So a couple different situations. What if my friend asked me not to tell anyone, which you talked about a minute ago? You don't know, avoid breaking a promise. Promise me you won't tell anybody else. I won't tell anybody else right now. But if you are going to put yourself in harm or somebody else in harm, I have to go get help, right? Let's talk about who we can bring into this equation. Who are you safe with talking to other than me that's a trusted adult? Because you want to be like, I'm going to go tell Miss Leach. Miss Leach might not be their person. I'm going to tell Mr. Sutton. Mr. Sutton might not be their person. I'm going to tell Coach so-and-so. Give them the option. Who are you comfortable with bringing in? Can we talk to your mom? Can we talk to your dad? Can we talk to your grandma, your aunt, your uncle, whoever it is? But allowing them to choose who they want to talk to, right? I can do that unless there's something that makes me really worried about you, right? Letting them know. If it's putting us in harm, then we got to get someone. So what if my friend tells me that they are being abused, experiencing trauma, or having suicidal thoughts? If you learn that a friend is being abused, a victim of trauma, or having suicidal thoughts, they need additional help, right? That's going to go get that trusted adult, whoever it may be. The best thing you can do as a friend is to assist with getting them additional help, even if it's hard for them to accept. You have to let them know we have to do something about this. We got to keep you safer now, right? Keeping them safe is one of the biggest things, most important things, right? Remember that there are trustworthy adults that you and your friends can talk to. There's plenty of staff in this room. Again, if it's not staff, maybe it's a relative. Maybe it's another adult friend that you guys have. Maybe it's your friend's big brother, big sister, whoever. But just getting an adult that can help with those things. What if my friend becomes angry with me or stops talking to me? That's fine, you can be mad at me, but you're going to be safe, right? I've had a friend that I've had to help before, right? Mad, very mad at me. But guess what? My friend's here and happy and healthy today. And thanks me, thank you. I know I was mad at you when that happened. I didn't want you to tell anybody, but because of that, you listened to me, you didn't judge me, and you were able to get me the help that I needed, right? I'd rather you be mad at me, not talk to me for a while, but I know that you're safe and healthy, right? So that's fine. What if my friend rejects my help? That's okay. Share your own struggles if you've had to deal with anything similar to what they're going through, right? Continue to provide support. I'm going to be here for you no matter what. You might not talk to me today. You might talk to me tomorrow, right? You might have somebody else that you want to talk to. But it's okay because sometimes people don't want help right then. Maybe they're not in that phase to where they're ready to come out and talk about it, or they don't want that adult help. But just letting them know when you're ready, I'm here. And we will get somebody to assist that with that. But having those conversations, encouraging them to find someone that they can talk to. What if I start to feel overwhelmed? Self-care, y'all, self-care. If I was not in a good mental health state right now, I could not be up here talking to you guys, right? I may have went to sleep late, did my paper, but I got up, I was excited to come in here, right? I could have went to sleep at 9 o'clock, got 8 hours of sleep, and still walked in here, all the things, right? So whether I get 2 hours of sleep or whether I get 12 hours of sleep, right? I still have to make sure that I am healthy. I have to be healthy for me, I have to be healthy for my kids, for work, for sport, like all the things. But if I am not mentally stable or mentally healthy, physically healthy, I can't help anybody else. That's also knowing my boundaries, right? I can help you to a certain extent that I'm like, oh, even you guys as students, you can help your friends up to a certain point. You can listen, you can reach out to somebody, but at some point you have to bring that adult in. And that's when you have to step back. You can still be there for your friend, but at some point we have to bring an adult in, right, to help. You're not therapists, you're not counselors, you don't have your college degrees yet, right? But speaking to a trusted adult. So you have to make sure that you're in a good space also in order to help someone else. So getting help. When you're reaching out, your concerns are valid and a trusted adult in your life want to come and help them. Again, we've gone through the list. There's some resources out there as well that the counselors and teachers will have that Ms. Leach mentioned earlier as well. Parent, your primary care physician, mental health professionals, support networks, any trusted adult. So there's all types of resources that you guys can have. Whoa. Duck down. What does treatment look like? Treatment can help get a person feeling better or back to their day-to-day activities. So we're first starting out finding out if this person needs help. What kind of help do they need? Maybe they just need to sit and talk to somebody, right? Maybe they need a counselor. Maybe they need a therapist. Maybe they need medication. Maybe they need all of them. It's fine. What works for me may not work for you. What works for you may not work for me. But it's finding out what that person needs, right? We can't be like, you're having a bad day today, you need this. It's not how it works. So that's going to get, maybe it's therapy. Maybe I just need to go sit and talk to somebody. And that doesn't even mean therapy going to go pay for it. Therapy could be me going to just sit in the counselor's office and talking to the counselor here at school, right? But just getting those feelings and thoughts out. Again, a combination of all of them. Self-care. Go run, go jog, go out to eat, go get your hair and nails done, go play baseball with your friends. Whatever your self-care is for you that makes you happy, that puts you in a good space, right? It differs, like I said, from person to person. What works for me might not work for you, and vice versa. It can be shorter, it can be long term. Maybe I need therapy now, and I'm good, I don't need it until later, or I may not need it again. So it just differs, the time frame differs from it, or for it, excuse me. Self-care, I could talk about self-care all day, right? So your mind, you can set goals, you can journal, you can read a book, you can draw. Some of the things you can go out and do, asking for help. Feel good social media. Social media, it's a tricky subject, right? Y'all got TikTok, y'all be scrolling. It's configured to what you like to watch. Sometimes you might need to swipe left or get off social media, right? Asking for help, setting boundaries. I'm big on setting boundaries. My friends, some of my family think because I work from home that I'm just available. Nope. My time is my time. If I don't have to travel, I am at home, probably in a book somewhere or my computer because my school's online, but I'm probably studying. And I don't want to go out to eat with you because I'm at home today. I want to sit in my bed in my PJs and watch Ginny and Georgia. Right? I got some smiles right there. Y'all watch Ginny and Georgia? Yeah, I knew it. I knew I was going to get somebody with that. I really do watch it. That's the truth. Dancing. Y'all see me with my moves, right? I be dancing. You know, get my 7-year-old because my big boys are gone. They're not in the house anymore. We have our little dancing party, rage parties, right? So go for a walk. Take a bath, right? Go get a massage. Go get your hair done. Let your friends paint your nails. I don't know. People might paint. Whatever your thing is, go outside, listen to the birds chirp. I don't know, take your dog for a walk. Whatever your thing is that makes you feel good and puts you in a happy space, that's it. So again, it's okay to ask for help. These are a couple different resources. We will have, the school has them available if you guys need it, right? There's some more brochures out there. Counselors, teachers, staff, all the things. If y'all need more of this, I will have that. Make sure that you guys have this as well. One of the biggest things, and it might be on one of the next slides, I don't know, 988 is like 911 for mental health. It's not just for people with suicidal thoughts. You can call 988, you can text 988. It is 24 hours, 7 days a week. I don't care if it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon or 1 o'clock in the morning. You can call them. You can text them. You will get transferred over to a licensed counselor that will talk to you, and they will get you whatever resources that you need. It's completely anonymous. So if you don't feel like you can talk to someone sitting next to you or a teacher in this room or a parent, 988, call it or text it. So that's a good number for you guys to have if you don't know it. There's some other numbers on here. The crisis text line, that's 741-741. I was about to like take a picture at school, totally not with adults. You don't have your phones. If you do, put them up, you'll be in trouble. Give them to whoever's supposed to go to, I don't know. But 988 is one of the big ones, and then the crisis text line. And then there's a couple other ones that are on here as well. Some other resources, again, American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. I say AFSP, that's a lot to spit out, but these are some other websites. Again, the school will have all of these resources for you guys. CZ Awkward, which is a bunch of the campaigns that we watched earlier in those videos. Some of the resources for these are out there also, which is really cool because there's different art and stuff that you can make. If you guys want to do that also with the CZ Awkward campaign. Being able to talk to your friends, guys, it is awkward, it is weird, it is uncomfortable, it is all those things. It's a roller coaster. Hopefully, you took something from this today. You feel a little bit better. Maybe you can see something that sounds like, oh, my friend is doing that. I didn't know that's what that was. Oh, my friend's talking like that. I didn't realize what that was. So hopefully being here with me today, you're able to identify some of those signs. You're able to listen a little bit better, dig a little deeper, right? Hey, you okay? No. Are you okay? Is there anything that I can do for you? Can I help you with something? Can we just sit here and listen to each other breathe? Whatever it is. But being able to identify your friend's mood, how they talk, their behavior. So, with that being said, I am kind of much done. Kind of much. They don't even go together, but we're going to go with it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming. And I hope you enjoyed it. Does anyone have any questions? Love it over here. Yes. Does anyone have any questions? Need anything? All right.
Hey guys, we're a little late, so we're going to get going to second block. But we're going to be here if you did have some questions. And we've got support in the counseling center. If your friend needs any kind of help today, you got some help waiting on you. Thank you, guys. Alrighty.
You